No, Pepsi's not a Coke. Well, that's obvious.
And people will say, I want a Coke. And it could be like Sprite.
What? Who says that? That's
People,
pop.
No, they say a Coke is a soda.
Interesting. Yo, 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 what's going on, Casanovas? Before we get into this brand new excerpt from Honest Chemistry on how to take girls home, I have some great fucking news to share. Some people said that they missed the Honest Chemistry deadline, or they didn't get paid on time, or they simply wanted a payment plan. And we heard you. So, to accommodate all you fashionably late crowd and to celebrate the success of the initial launch, we decided to reopen enrollment for another 72 hours. And not only will it still be at the 50% off early bird special, but we also decided to include a payment plan option. However, this will only be open until Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And if we decide to reopen in the future, it will be at the full price of $9.97. So go grab it while it's hot, my G, and join the league of romantically competent gentlemen. Now let's get into the video. In this ideal world, we would want to believe, or we would like to believe, and sometimes this is portrayed in the media, that you meet a girl when you're out and you guys hit it off, and you can just say, hey, do you want to get out of here? And she's like, yeah, sure. And it's just so clean and neat and simple. You guys just hop into a cab and drive off.
Want to get out of here? Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Absolutely.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
In the real world, it's not exactly like that. It's actually quite messy. It's a jungle out there. So in part one, we discussed the following principles. 1, seeding the pull, essentially planting the idea of you and the girl having fun at the end of the night in her mind. 2, screening for her logistics, finding out what variables she is bound by. What can prevent you and the girl from ending up at the end of the night together? And 3, committing to an interaction at the end of the night and seeing it through. In part 2 of this guide, we're going to talk about adopting a creative and closer mentality. 2, striking a delicate balance between moving things forward and giving the girl space. 3, baby stepping the pull. And 4, what it means to become more selective in your screening process as you become more advanced. So suppose you've already screened for her logistics and you figured out which variables she's bound by. Well, perhaps you find out that there's some drama between her and her friends. So you're gonna have to learn to navigate that. You're gonna have to strike this delicate balance between giving them space and letting them resolve things and not being too pushy and aggressive, but also taking the lead, helping find solutions to problems. Maybe some girl lost her phone and she's freaking out. Well, maybe you're gonna have to come up with a solution to that. Maybe some girl realized that she gave her keys to her friend and her friend's with some dude and she's trying to call her friend, and you might have to tell her, hey, you know what, why don't we go outside of the venue where it's quieter and you can make the call. You're gonna have to come up with little micro solutions like this because these girls are sometimes just so overwhelmed and lost, and they are at the mercy of the environment and their emotions. So you have to be this guiding light, this voice of reason, right, that can help come up with these solutions.
Okay, right now I'm more concerned about my friend than anything else.
You're very cool. Your facial expressions are even more on point. I'm not sure if this is your friend or Coke dealer.
Basically, my friend, Charlotte, last time I saw her...
This one.
No, that's my friend, Ellie. I have to keep a fucking close eye on her too. But last time I saw my friend, Charlotte, she was with his friend. So...
You can come smoke weed with us, as long as you promise not to steal any art. Or touch Jake's hair.
Do you, because I don't have, like I'm on a UK line.
2 seconds, Jake, help her out.
Like, use your phone to call my phone.
Messy.
Hello. How far is yours?
5 minutes.
What's up?
I'm just thinking.
We're gonna roll, yeah, we're probably gonna do some hookah.
Hold on, who are you here with?
So my friend lives here in LA, and me and Ellie flew to LA.
You and Ellie?
Yeah.
And where's this other friend?
Charlotte, she disappeared. That's who I'm like calling now because she just disappeared with this guy.
Okay,
who we don't
your
know.
friend is going off with this dude.
Well, I hope he's coming here. Is she coming back here?
So, you guys are staying with Charlotte?
Well, if you don't mind, could me, Ellie, and Charlotte come over?
I guess, but no random dudes.
Yeah, of course not. Ellie? Okay, I'm gonna tell her. 4 minutes.
Stop stressing, you're always stressing. Denise?
What's
We're all
the
poets.
key for? Is it the key to your heart?
Okay, wait, so back to James. So you were with some random James.
Yeah.
James is gone. Now you're with your
so
friend
then
and
Charlotte
some
just
dude. And Charlotte's walking
So-
from where?
Charlotte ditched us.
I love your facial expressions.
Yeah, sorry, I'm quite.
They speak volumes.
She's had a
I'm a
had a
bit-
night, alright?
I'm just a bit annoyed because like she just left us.
I feel
Didn't say that she's going.
And where did she go?
With James. So now
Oh,
she's,
she left with James.
Yeah, exactly.
Now she's coming back on her own.
So, no, she's coming back with James, but I said on the phone, like, make
Why
no
don't they take a cab?
excuses. Because I think they live he lives quite close.
Why don't we grab our car and pick her up?
Well, she's already probably like a couple of minutes away now.
You realize she's drunk and she's exaggerating. She probably doesn't know how far she is.
But also,
She's giving you
if
random figures.
If she's drunk and we ask her for the address that she's at right now,
Yeah.
it probably will be wrong. So we could then essentially be driving around fucking.
This is a worse solution. We should get her on the phone and be like, "Where are you? We're coming to get you."
Yeah, but if she's drunk, she doesn't know where she
Well, the
is.
guy
you know what I
probably-
mean?
The guy
So-
probably
The guy
knows.
knows
The
where
guy's
it is.
gonna. Yeah. I mean, they can't just be completely lost in
Yeah,
Hollywood.
but also the guy probably doesn't want to lose her, so he's probably not going to be honest. He'll probably give you the wrong address.
You're such a
So,
cynic.
so how does she? Hold on. If she's making her way here, how does
Yeah.
she know where she is?
Because that's what, like, this is what I'm saying. It's like we're better off waiting here for her.
I don't know about that. It could be like 10, 15 minutes.
If she's not here in 5 minutes, then we'll,
We'll move to plan B.
yeah. But I have faith.
You might also realize that, well, you guys can't go to your place because it's too far and they're staying at this hotel, or she has this roommate and, you know, the roommate has this boyfriend who might be judgmental and blah, 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 some kind of, you know, weird scenario. So then you have to think, okay, well, why don't we go to your place and grab the alcohol? And it's summer, so there's this nice little park, so why don't we hang out, you know, at the park and drink? Okay, cool, why not? She might be out with a bunch of people from work, but she doesn't necessarily have to leave with those people. She's not necessarily bound by those people. So that's why I say you want to probe a little bit more. So, you know, if you ask her, hey, do you need to go with those people, or are you cool to just like hang solo? She might be like, no, I don't have to go with them. Or she might say, yeah, I have to hang with my friend, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you can push a little bit more. Be like, do you really have to hang with her? Can't I just like kidnap you for the night? Remember, your goal is to minimize the amount of variables that can take away from this magical experience that you and the girl can have. This fun adventure, really, that you and the girl can have. The moment you start introducing, you know, friends and drama and other variables, it starts to really sour the entire experience. Sometimes in that latter stage of the night, because there are so many forces competing for the girl's attention, the music, the friends, the drama, the alcohol, other dudes hitting on her, sometimes the girl will just she's into you, she's super into you, but she'll get distracted by other dudes because, hey, her state is pumped, she's emotional, she's having fun, some guy rolls up to her and starts talking to her, well, she might just roll along with it. And sometimes you want to give her that space, and then there's other times where you need to, you know, almost put your foot down and be a little more dominant or assertive, and maybe, you know, just take her hand and be like, all right, let's go, we gotta go, because she's just gonna get distracted. You'll figure out what that delicate balance is. Essentially, You want to be prepared to fight for the girl. I don't mean physically have a fist fight, but fight for her. If her friends are not letting her go, you might be like, no, what are you doing? And like almost like pull at the girl. And of course you learn to calibrate, like how interested is she in you? Have you won the friends over? Are you just dealing with a bunch of bullshit, or is she genuinely not interested? Because there's often a lot of like bullshit that you have to deal with, right? Her like getting sidetracked by some guy. Her friends being like, nah, you can't go. And you're like, no. We're hanging out, we're having a drink, right? Putting your foot down, certain level of dominance. You also sometimes don't want to let the girl out of your sight, right? And I don't mean in some like clingy, creepy way, but at the end of a night, if you guys are planning to like leave together and maybe she's a bit intoxicated, although I don't generally like to deal with girls that are like too drunk, somewhat intoxicated, let's say, because it's night game, it's normal, but you leave her out of sight, and like I said, she might get distracted and go off somewhere else and wander off, and she is just not going to take the initiative. Like, she might like you, but she's not going to go take the initiative afterwards to find you. So it's okay if she's going to the bathroom to stay somewhere near and accompany her out afterwards, so you guys can just leave the venue. Don't just like let her wander on her own. Towards the end of the night, you almost want to treat it as if you and the girl are together. You're protecting her, you're fighting for her, you're not letting her out of your sight, but you're still giving her that space. You're still keeping that healthy balance where she doesn't feel suffocated. You're not overly aggressive, you're not overly pushy.
You're so all over the place.
Guys, come hang out, let her sleep. She's okay with you guys staying out. You're big girls.
Do you actually just come in?
This is where, like, what, strawberry?
She needs you to come into the office over here.
Come into the office.
1 second. You guys have to wait in the waiting room.
Do your tang. Well, yeah. But I mean, if you...
Not a Coke.
No, Pepsi's not a Coke. Well, that's obvious.
And people will say, I want a Coke. And it could be like Sprite.
What? Who says that? That's
People,
pop.
No, they say a Coke is a soda.
Interesting.
I'm like, no, that's a brand of soda. If I want a Coke, I want a Coke.
Oh, right here. So, okay, and I thought that was only in like the South, like New Orleans or something.
Like very popular.
So you're striking that, again, delicate balance between leading, making decisions, being dominant and assertive, but also letting things kind of evolve organically, going with the flow. And it sounds so paradoxical, so fucking paradoxical. It's like, how do I, but too much of this, too little of that. You're gonna learn to find that delicate balance as you go out more often and as you're faced with a lot of these messy, chaotic scenarios where you have to make some decisions, which again are a microcosm for life, for when, whether you're running a business or dealing with some kind of a chaotic situation in any kind of capacity, and you have to learn to go with the flow, but also take charge.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna marry the.
Oh, dude, we gotta grab the alcohol from.
That, are you serious? No, I don't want to get me the.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Do you guys have alcohol?
Yeah, in my house.
Because otherwise we gotta grab some.
Yeah, in my house.
Okay.
Let's go grab.
Let's walk the car.
Yeah.
Let's get the car first, then we can decide what we're doing.
Whoa. We're going to car now. We're going to a fucking. Oh, yeah, Persian shit.
This way.
You're nothing.
We're flying.
I
If you apply too much pressure, you can sometimes weird the girl out, right? It's too much. And if you're way too lax, well, then you leave things kind of out of your control, and things will take their course, but not necessarily in your favor. There will sometimes be a certain level of resistance, and you need to learn how to push against it, but in a calibrated way, essentially. And this ties in with the idea of baby stepping the pull, because it's not always going to be practical to just get out of here, right? To just hop into a cab and go. Sometimes that, of course, will work, but other times you need to let things just evolve organically. Maybe get some pizza first, maybe go to another bar and have a few drinks, bar hop, dance. Davy Wayne's is pretty cool. It's like a 1970s house party. You been?
No, but I know that it's nice.
Yeah, it's so busy tonight. Yeah, there was a huge line. All I ask is that you don't be stressed. Girls are always, there's so much chaos going on when they're out. Samba? They left. You guys want to check out another venue? My friends, both of my friends are with some girls, so I'm gonna let them do their thing. Austrian guys with some Russian girl. The other one is with some Norwegian girl. It's just dancing. Double salsa. Wait.
And you want to make it an adventure. Sometimes I don't necessarily like the idea of, if I'm really enjoying spending time with the girl, I'm okay to go and have fun. It doesn't seem like this burden, right? Because guess what? If you sometimes pull the girl back to your place right away, it's not like she's always immediately ready to have sex. No, you still need to build comfort with her. You still, need to get to know her better. So sometimes I'll even like go for a walk when I go back to my place, or we go grab ice cream, or get some coconut water around. If it's summer, we can go to the park, go on the swings.
Rachel, hurry up, the meth is expiring.
Guys, let's walk over to this convenience store. I want to get coconut water. It's like a 2-minute walk.
You need coconut water. Can I have my lighter? Did you smoke my lighter?
Sorry. I'm so
No, that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's totally okay. So you need coconut water.
I know. Well, for the hookah, a little.
Come
You
on.
shouldn't treat me any different.
No, I'm not. I don't even know
Good,
you.
good. Are you actually Italian? Because you look more French.
No. What? I look. Chantel, you said I look French. I'm not French. I'm Italian.
Not even a bit?
You want to make it fun. It shouldn't be this burden where you're just like putting up with the girl until sex, and then you're bitter if she doesn't have sex with you, right? So I also screen for whether this is fun, there's a good connection between the girl and I. And sure, when you're starting out, you don't necessarily maybe have the luxury of that because you want to learn how to get good at the process. So sometimes you will potentially be putting up with more shit than you have to. But you learn to have fun with it as well. Sometimes I've had some really cool experiences where I would invite a bunch of people over to my house because that was the only way to get with the girl. So it's like maybe 2 dudes, 3 girls, maybe I have like 1 wingman. So it's like this little party afterwards in my living room. And then at some point I just maybe isolate the girl and we have our own thing. As your time gets more precious, you're gonna want to be more strategic in your approach. You're gonna want girls you connect with better. You're gonna want better logistics to deal with. You're gonna want less of a headache. Otherwise, the juice is just simply not worth the squeeze. You're also gonna want to screen for things like boyfriends, too much drama, drunk girls, level of disorderliness in the group.
What the Gucci is good.
Why are you so confused about this?
No, I'm just confused about life right now. So everyone just ignore me.
Your place or no?
Brenda's there.
All right, let's just hop in the car and then we'll either go to my place or.
All right, let's figure it out.
I know, Harborfront rooftop.
Jose?
Yeah. Got my back.
All right, let's walk to the car.
All right, make this quick, girl.
Oh, I'm not. Wait, no, yeah, we're not going.
Why?
I am going to die.
To die? Why would you die?
I don't know.
Why are you gonna make this about life and death?
No, but I have demands, and like no one can meet my demands.
What are the demands?
Cigarettes, alcohol, like so many demands.
We'll figure alcohol is doable. Cigarettes is doable.
Birthday girl, whatever she wants.
Birthday girl, what are you doing?
Ready to dance. Dance in the night.
Come alive in the night.
What is she doing? What are you doing?
You're so cheesy.
I know.
I like it. I like
it. Are you joining us?
Like the cheese is real. I could. Yeah. Can we process this shit or not?
All right. You're so avant-garde.
Alright. There's apparently a
My
third
mouth is
friend.
like the driest thing you will
Where's
ever
the third
see.
friend?
South side of the savannah ever. My mouth. Alright, I'm
It's
gonna
good.
go check at the front.
You need,
Well, let's just go.
you need
Let's-
coconut water.
Let's just go inside.
Yeah.
Can we?
Okay, grab whoever you need to grab.
That's not going.
Yeah.
Dude, this you do.
I'm gonna like do up my
Mo, who else?
There's a third girl that you guys are with apparently, or
Yeah, and I don't understand.
Is she
probably
down?
already in bed. Like she works here, she lives here.
She's not down to hang?
Oh no. I don't like when this happens. This is why I run away like way before this.
Okay, are you in like a committed relationship?
No.
Good.
No, I'm just in the committed fact that I'm retarded when I get a certain level of drunk. Like,
I feel you. We did shrooms today, so
no way.
we just came down.
Stop. That's my favorite
it was
drug.
pretty chill,
That
it
is
was pretty chill.
it's a come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut down.
Stop. That's my favorite drug.
Went to the island. It's pretty chill. Mo thought he saw a dragon.
And I slayed it.
You still want to learn to navigate those kind of dynamics where, you know, you're problem solving, but at some point the juice is not worth the squeeze. At some point it's just too much chaos, and it can be fun sometimes, but it could also result in a massive headache, and you're going to be dealing with a lot of obnoxious drunk people at the end of a night, and you don't necessarily want to deal with that. But initially, when you're starting out and you're getting good at this, experiment, see what's up, try a bunch of different things out, see how much you can push it, and see where it goes. It's amazing how crazy and fun some of these nights can get. I remember we had this night out in LA, which started off at this bar, and long story short, I was gaming a bunch of different girls, but there was this group of French girls, or I think it might have been one French girl and two of her friends. And the French girl was bi, and she was on a date, I think, or she was with this girl that she had been seeing just recently, or had started seeing just recently. And at some point, the date leaves, the other girl leaves, so it's just the French girl. And I knew that she was bi, and we were vibing, and I saw this other girl who I think was Swedish, and I kind of dared the French girl to just go and like hit on her. And so she did, and they just hit it off. And at some point they were making out, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I thought to myself, maybe I can turn this into a threesome. Now the Swedish girl was with some dude, I was with a friend, the French girl was on her own at this point. Long story short, we're coordinating a bunch of stuff. Like, you gotta take initiative at this point, right? Because there are a lot of forces competing for the girl's attentions. There are a lot of variables at play. This Swedish girl is, wondering, I think she's supposed to go to some after party, and this guy's depending on her, so she's not just gonna like leave him. And we were trying to invite them over to our place because you have more control in theory in your environment, but they were insisting on going to this party. So we all go to this other party in Hollywood, and at some point at the party, I was telling the French girl to initiate something with the Swedish girl and like pull her into the bathroom. And because there was just like one living room and a bathroom, there were a bunch of people that there wasn't much you can do. So I thought, okay, maybe I could somehow have a threesome in the bathroom. But long story short, the Swedish girl's boyfriend shows up and sabotages the whole thing. So I'm just left with the French girl at this point, and I end up just taking her to my place, and we just had our own little thing there. So it was, and it's, in these kind of situations, these kind of nights, it's almost like you value this whole adventure, all these layers of it, more than the actual sex, right? Which is a metaphor for how it's always about the journey and not so much about the destination. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to get your hands on the solution to all of your romantic chemistry woes, click the link in the description below, find the big yellow button, and get instant access to all 36 video lessons, 20 hours of content covering anything and everything you need to become successful at building and maintaining chemistry with the women of your dreams, including 5 hours of real-life infield footage examples to really drive the concepts home. Again, enrollment will only stay open for the next 2 days until Thursday at midnight. And if we ever do reopen in the future, it will be at the full price of $9.97 instead of $4.97. So what are you waiting for, Casanova? Go now, and I'll see you on the other side.